Hi, and welcome back to the Milk Thistle podcast. My name is Kate, and this is my partner Caleb. He has just started knitting today, so he's going to hang out here and work on his little swatch and ask questions if he needs to. We are coming to you today from Arrowtown in New Zealand, where we have recently relocated to. And this is a podcast about knitting and all things fiber. I'm really sorry, I can't remember what number episode.
11?
We're up to 11. We're gonna go with 11.
10.
9? It's not 9. I've definitely done 9.
Definitely done 9. I've seen 9 come out.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna go with like 10 and 11-ish.
It's just numbers.
Anyway, today we're just going to chat a bit about some knitting that I've finished because it's been about a month since I last uploaded a video, and then some things I'm working on, and a little bit about where we have moved to. I'll put some footage in the end. It's really quite beautiful around here. All the trees are kind of this color, so it's kind of spectacular. And there are beautiful mountains, and yeah, it's been quite an adventure for the last month. Some good, some bad. We're finally getting settled, so that's nice. But yeah, let's get into what we are working on. Do you want to talk about your swatch first, Caleb?
Yeah, I think it'll explain the extremely weird looks on my face at any given moment. I'm currently doing the test swatch for a really nice little plain, the easiest project I could think that I wanted to do for my first knitting project, which is a really simple little, like, slightly ribbed jumper. And right now I'm just doing the test swatch. It's actually it's coming out pretty nice, if I'm not mistaken. You know, I see a lot of the girls do this in the other podcasts, so I get up as close as I can, I let it autofocus, and yeah, so that's just the test swatch right now.
Are you gonna show your ball band?
The ball?
Well, that's what, if you want to be a professional.
Oh, the ball band too.
The ball band.
Okay.
So
this is the Knit Picks green chunky stuff. She'll probably know what it's called.
Knit Picks Wool of the Andes Superwash Bulky, and the color is Noble Heather.
It's really, I mean, I love the color. Kate actually bought this probably close to a year ago now to make a jumper for me, and I just happened to bring it over with me when I came from the States, and we don't have the pattern for it anymore, so that's pretty much a hopeless cause.
I was doing it out of a library book, and obviously that's not my local library anymore. I think it was a Debbie Bliss pattern. I've got no idea. No idea,
So we're frogging it, which is luckily my favorite thing to do. And I'm gonna pick up knitting, I guess.
He's doing quite well. For an hour in, he's pretty much got the knit stitch down, and he's knitting in the round, which is pretty fun. We're all about jumping in the deep end. I mean, the first project I cast on was a pair of socks, so I think he'll be fine. Like, jumper, it'll be great. It's he's gonna knit it in the round bottom up, so basically it's just gonna be a lot of knitting to get him used to things, and it could be interesting, but he will have made it himself. Yeah, so okay, let's start with the things that I have finished since I last spoke to you. I am not sure. Oh, I do have one thing that you've seen before. Sorry, I've got a bag of knitting. And these are, I don't have sock blockers big enough. These are Caleb's giant socks that there are 2 of them, and if you were to put them on my arms, they are my whole arm. So he has worn these. I mean, they are recently washed, but they're a little stretched out. This is Knit Picks Felici self-striping in, I think it was called Lost Lakes. I don't know. And then the heel is a Fish Lips Kiss heel, and that was in Knit Picks Stroll in a green color, and I did that for the cuff as well. I knit them toe up so I could use the entire ball of wool, and then when I got to the last stripe that I could complete with the ball, I put in the, you know, contrasting color in the cuff. So these socks weigh a little over 100 grams, so they are gigantic, and I am so glad they're finished because they're huge.
So is the self-striping as addictive as the other podcasters say?
Yes.
It is.
Yes. I really like self-striping yarn. So yeah, finished object number 1. Now the rest of them you haven't seen before because I've cast them on since then. So the first one is a hat, and this was Caleb's birthday present. And yeah, so I'm not sure if it's showing up quite as insanely vibrant as it is in real life. It's like highlighter yellow with flecks of neon green.
So much fun.
And this is a pattern I just made up. It's a 2x2 rib at the bottom, and then just a couple of cables, and then kind of a eyelet decrease around the top. You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Don't mind me.
Okay. And this is knit in Hedgehog Fibers Banana Legs in the Merino DK.
Oh, drop stitch. Drop the stitch. All good. Don't mind me.
So yeah, I did the ribbing on, I don't know why I'm looking at you. You don't know. Can you tell I didn't write show notes today? It was kind of a spur of the moment. Caleb was like, come on, let's go. You haven't podcasted in ages. Pack up your stuff. We're going to go sit in the park. So I'm sorry.
Never apologize. Never apologize.
I think it's like 3.25 and then a 3.5. 3.25 for the ribbing and then a 3.5 for the rest of it. I'm not sure. Anyway. So that's Caleb's Banana Legs hat. Then I have also knit a jumper for a little girl. This is a little jumper. And the pattern I used for this one was Flax, the Flax pullover by Tin Can Knits, which is a really great free pattern. And I made it in the 4 to 6 year old size, and the little girl that I made it for is 5. And instead of putting the garter panel down the outside of the sleeves, I did a little cable because I like cables and I thought it would look really cute. So that just runs the whole way down the sleeve. This was so fast to knit. I cast it on one afternoon and I did like to where you separate for the sleeves in like 3 or 4 hours. Like it wasn't a huge amount of time, and then I finished it the next day. So I mean, knitting in the round, it flies off your needles, and I knit it on I did 3.5 millimeters for the ribbing on, I think they were Addi Turbos. Yes, Addi Turbos. And then I did the body on 4.5 millimeter Addi lace circulars. How you doing there?
Doing fine, don't mind me.
Are they a little tight?
A little tight. I mean, that's just truly, So that must mean it must have slipped off. When I wrapped that one, it was still on the tip of the needle. It wasn't off that way, right?
Yeah, and possibly you just pulled it too tight on the next stitch as well. So you had the wrong tension for the next one, and that's why your stitches, you'll get used to it. Your tension will loosen up. But
That's cool.
People exercising behind us. So yes, that is the Flax pullover, and I used Countrywide Yarns Aran Knit. It's 100% wool. This is the ball band, and it is shade 15. Yeah, it's pretty cute though. I'm not sure if you can see. It's mostly purple, but it has these little flecks of like pink and blue, so a little heathered, which I like, a nice heathered wool. And yeah, it's really cute. Her favorite color is purple, so she'll like it.
She'll love it.
Yeah.
A little editing never hurt anyone.
I'm gonna have to do the intro again because I forgot to say like Instagram and Ravelry and all that stuff.
Oh, so you can just drop it right now. This is an informal podcast. I know she typically sits as straight up as she can and sips her tea, but we're in the wild today.
Got a water bottle. This is the coolest water bottle ever. I'm way too excited about it. So it glows in the dark. And it holds a liter of water. So
A full liter.
a full liter. And it glows in the dark.
Mainly it glows in the dark. Which is tough though, because typically for Nalgene's, the biggest thing is that you get to, you know, cover them in your favorite stickers.
So I'm going to cover mine in only glow-in-the-dark stickers. So
It's a pretty good solution.
If you know of anyone who makes really cool glow-in-the-dark stickers, I would love to know where to get some from, because I have to cover it in stickers, but I don't want to lose the effect of the fact that my water bottle glows in the dark.
I'm pretty sure it's the only reason she bought it. She's going back to Australia in like a week to pick up her other water bottle.
That's not the only reason I'm flying back to Australia.
Doesn't everybody just fly for a water bottle?
Yeah.
No? No.
Okay.
Her friend must be getting married or something.
Yeah, I'm going back for a hens weekend.
So what do you think happened there?
I reckon you jumped a stitch there.
Or is that just my loose? Oh yeah, and I didn't really want to bring it up because you're talking, but I might have flipped the stitches.
What have you done?
I don't know. No idea.
No, you haven't flipped them. You've just wrapped the wool.
No, they're flipped. Because you can see it looks like one of those macrame braids you do in the 5th grade.
No, he's legitimately flipped it.
Yeah, I've legitimately flipped it.
Halfway through, and he's gone from, just in case there are any beginner knitters out there, or anyone who wants to, you know, be nostalgic about their first knitting project. Like this side, it doesn't look too bad. It's a little uneven, but he's pretty good. His tension's getting tighter and tighter though, oh my god. But on this row here, he has, no.
Is it right?
It's okay. It's
No,
just
really?
so tight.
Is it really okay?
Yeah, it's fine. See the pearl bumps on this side?
Yep.
They're meant to be back there. They're with all
Okay.
the other ones. But just see how much tighter that is than that one?
Mm-hmm.
You're clearly stressed. He's camera shy. Chill out. Okay. Just keep going. Just loosen up.
Just picture everybody watching this in their underwear. Picture everybody watching this in their underwear.
Let's not picture the wild world of knitters in their underwear, please. Right. The next project that I have started and finished is a beanie.
This is a fun one.
This one I did a little like basket stitch. I'm not even sure if that's what it's called. There's like ribbing that then joins together every so often with a slip. I don't know how to describe it. I'm really sorry. I'm not a good
pattern you did
podcaster.
yourself? Or
Yeah.
is that a pattern you
No, I made it up.
made it up?
I mean, I got the stitch from somewhere, but I made up the hat.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's like a crisscross rib.
yeah, it's like a crisscross rib. Yeah.
Is that the word?
So basically what I did was, I cast on with a 2x2 rib, and then as these ribs were coming up, every 4th row or something like that, when I got to the start of these 2 knits, these 2 purls and these 2 knits, I stuck my needle in between the 6th and 7th stitches on my left needle, and I pulled up a loop and I put it on the front of my left needle. Then I knit that loop and the first knit stitch together and then continued in pattern. So it kind of pulls these 2 rows of rib in together. I hope that makes sense. And then I just fudged it for the decreases, which you can kind of tell because it's not a perfect circle, but it's not too bad. I mean, it fits. It's just a little cap, which
It's very cute.
it's pretty cute.
It's very cute.
Maybe a little small.
Maybe a little small.
Ah, it's fine. It'll stretch out.
It will stretch out, huh?
That's really comfortable. My eyelashes are stuck in it. Okay, so yeah. It'll be fine.
It'll be good for skiing, because
What?
your goggle will stretch it out.
Yeah, I'll stick it under my helmet. It's a bit chunky to stick under my helmet though.
It's a bit chunky underneath the helmet. Just ski without a helmet.
And you must always ski with a helmet.
Well, we might call that B-roll, or we might just leave that on.
No. Safety first. Always ski with a helmet. Okay, we're cutting this out.
Aww. This is fun. It's free flowing. It's open conversation. We can cut this out now, though. 2017.
Oh, no, no, no.
Beautiful day. She hates that.
This is the wool I used. So, it's Countrywide Natural Chunky.
So is that a New Zealand wool? Or is that one that we picked up?
Nope, this is a New Zealand wool. So I bought it here. So I bought this sorry, I don't know why I'm like shoving that in your face. I bought this to make a cover for my hot water bottle, which I have made, but
Is it
I
here?
didn't bring because I've had a falling out with my hot water bottle. Basically, it, through a mixture of my stupidity and
Boiling hot water.
boiling hot water, and I didn't fill the hot water bottle myself. Caleb kindly filled it for me, and it was making, I don't know if you have a hot water bottle, but it was making that kind of like whistling noise, and I thought maybe there was just a little bit too much air in the top of it, and so I took the lid off to let the air out, and I didn't realize that it wasn't bloated because there was air in it. It was bloated because he'd put 2 liters of boiling water in it, and basically my stomach got second-degree burns. So
In my defense,
it wasn't his fault. I opened it.
you know, so we've had this discussion a few times, and the blame falls 50-50. I filled it up way too much. In my defense, never filled one up before. So
My hand's hot. So yeah, anyway, that's why maybe when I become friends with my hot water bottle cover, or my hot water bottle again, I will show you the hot water bottle cover that I made out of this ball. So this was a 200 gram ball. So I've made a hot water bottle cover and this beanie, and I still have this much wool left. So I'll make something else with it. But yeah, it's really pretty. It's undyed, and it's just plied together with the natural white and the light beige, not light beige, light brown. I'm not tired. Yeah, so that's that project. I think that's all I've finished. 1 second.
As she reaches into her bag of tricks.
Okay.
It's a shame that the hot water bottle isn't here though, because it's pretty cool.
It's got a little bunny rabbit face on it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got a little bunny rabbit on it. It keeps the water in there nice and thermonuclear. Stays warm past the morning.
Which was necessary when we were living in a tent. More about that at the end. So, I have 2 projects that I'm currently working on. The first one is a pair of socks, and he's living in my little fruit salad bag, which I made. And this is being knit at, I think you've seen these ones. Maybe? I can't remember. Anyway, this is Life in the Long Grass, and it's 100% superwash merino. Super pretty. The color is called Jezebel, and it's being blown out a little bit, but it's really, really pretty. And I finished a sock. I'm such a good podcaster. Can't remember what episode we're up to, but I brought my sock blocker to the park with me, so I'm so organized. So we have, did I bring the right size sock blocker? It's gonna have to be fine. So I brought a sock blocker that's ever so slightly too big and stretching out my sock. But this is the first sock. She's finished. So, I love this color. It's so pretty with the little flecks of purple and pink and that really pale yellow. This is a 60 stitch cast on 1x1 rib for like 1.5 inches. And then I started the Hermione's Everyday sock pattern at the top. I put in a fish lips kiss heel, and then I think I was getting a little, I don't know if I was getting a little sick of the pattern or what I was thinking, but I just started putting in these tiny little cables, just like 1-stitch cables, in a little pattern. I think looks a little bit like a, you know, cute little headpiece or a crown or something. So they're my princess socks, because I think they look like, I mean, they're pretty pink and princessy. A Jezebel princess?
Jezebel.
Anyway, so that's the first sock. And the second sock, I'm halfway through the heel. So I'm knitting them cuff down. And yeah, so these are on 2mm Knit Pro carbons. And yeah, basically I knit all my socks on 2mm needles because I knit really, really loosely. I really like this, the feel of this wool, and I haven't even washed it yet. I can tell it's going to be really warm and nice. I know that it doesn't have any nylon in it, it's just 100% merino, but I'm not really hard on my socks, and don't mind, I'll darn it. Oh my goodness, are they that tight? Someone has some tension issues.
Man, you know, it's just, I've got some that are that, and then the one next to it won't even go on.
So perhaps, just tip, try and get them on like closer together so there's more room. Yeah, so like if you're pulling them out to here, the wool has to get all the way to there. But if it's just to there, maybe, holy moly, babe. Wow. Crumbs.
I blame Trump.
Caleb.
What?
I don't know. What if someone likes him? Do you want me to knit a row and loosen it up for you?
Yeah, mostly because I want to see how fast you knit a row versus...
No, he's doing really well. He really is. Like,
I'm pretty proud of it, considering that, you know, I like cars and, you know,
Yeah,
woodworking and...
Tell us a bit about yourself.
Oh yeah. Hi, I'm Caleb. I like long walks on the beach and, you know, talking about the world, the universe, and everything in between. I really enjoy whispering sweet nothings. And... What?
Okay.
She has no idea what she got herself into.
He has been bugging me to let him come on this podcast since the first episode. And I was so terrified. But
she knew that this is what
I was signing up for. I think that's loose now. I did a couple of rounds for you. So.
You did a couple of rounds.
Well, it took that long to kind of even it out a bit. So there you go.
Looks so much better.
It moves now, so just a little looser.
Well, so I think the biggest thing was watching how you tension, because I'm having a hard time in between far too loose and far too tight. Mm-hmm. So to find that in between is really difficult, and to learn that within your own hand movements while never having done it before, I found really difficult.
I mean, you're only not even a day in, a couple of hours in. Sorry, the sun has gone down here and it's starting to get pretty cold. So this is my campsite shawl, which is a patent by Alicia Plummer, or Alicia Plummer? Alicia. Anyway, it's nice and warm. I knit it in Madeline Tosh Silk Merino DK, so it's nice and toasty. Okay, I have one more knitting thing. Just one. Okay, cool, I got it. I didn't bring my swatch. Okay.
Did you make a swatch for that one?
Well, I made a swatch for the last one and the gauge matched this one.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and let's go. Right. So, my last project is living in my Fringe Supply Co. field bag, and it is a jumper, or pullover, or sweater, or jersey, as they call them here in New Zealand.
Pull over. It's a cardigan, but thanks.
He's gonna make the best dad, because his jokes are terrible already. It's called Trevor, and it is by the lovely Joji Locatelli, who I have long admired many of her patterns and never knit one. So I purchased this one. It's got a really lovely flare to it. I purchased this pattern because the pattern that I was planning on making, I couldn't get gauge without using like a 2.5 millimeter needle, and a 2.5 millimeter needle for a fingering weight sweater, I just would have gone slightly insane. I will do it eventually, but I don't know, I didn't want to. So luckily I knit a gauge swatch, and I only did about half an arm of the other pattern before I frogged it and started this one. I don't have my gauge swatch with me, but it's very cute. It's even got stripes in it. So I'm knitting this out of Brooklyn Tweed Loft, which I think I've shown before. I purchased these in Melbourne quite a while ago, and I do think I've shown them. This color, I have ball bands. See? Professional. Loft by Brooklyn Tweed, 100% American wool. It's fingering weight yard, 275 yards per 100 grams. So this one is Fossil. This is the main color. And this one is Faded Quilt. And I'm obsessed with this color. Is it focusing? Are we like in the way? I can't tell.
No, I think it's focusing here.
It's going?
I think you have to bring it closer.
And then take it off?
No, there it goes.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, I try.
Nice. All right, so those, now we're not focused, so we're gonna like dance.
Yeah.
Okay. So those are the colors. I mean, this one doesn't come in till much later, obviously, with the stripes. So it's knit top down, and like I said, it's my first Joji pattern, and I love it. I love the way she has done the short rows for making, you know, the back the necks sit nicely. And so I have just a little collar at the moment, and it's got, I don't know if you can see or if they're facing my way, it's got a little rainbow assortment of Swarovski crystals hanging off it, that are just some cute little stitch markers that I made. I like to coordinate my stitch markers. I like the colors to match and the colors to match my pattern. And so these ones are, I have a burgundy, a red, a white, a pale pink, and a yellow. So they're all kind of, I think I've been inspired by the autumn colors because the colors here are, like, all the trees are that color. It's really beautiful. Yeah, so that one's obviously just very new, and
she has no chance. She just has no chance. Little ADHD child.
Yeah, anyway, I forget what I was saying.
Switch to one.
I gotta pee!
And scene. Well, it's recording now.
I don't know. Hi! We have stopped recording because it started to get really cold and we're gonna go home and have some dinner. So, thank you for tuning in. I know there are lots of people that you can choose to watch. I hope we were not too obnoxious and that Caleb learning how to knit was more entertaining than distracting. But until I see you next time, have a lovely spring or autumn depending on where you are, and enjoy your knitting. Bye. What?
B-roll.
Why do we need a B-roll? Can't we just have an A-roll?
No, everybody has B-roll.
I want a B-roll. Can I have my water bottle?
Yeah, of course. Perfect B-roll.
Thank you. I like these berries.
Now if you spill it, C-roll. B-roll.
You're going to be annoying about this. I'm not sure I want to keep you invited. Now, is he knitting?
Thank you.
Oh, sorry. It's your project, guys. Very cool. Come on. Be cool!
I'm cool. Don't you know I'm the coolest?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I can just do this without farting. B-roll. That's what B-roll's for.
Right. Can we start?
Yeah, of course we can start.
Do we have to pause in between the B-roll and the A-roll?
No, you just clap.